I want to welcome everyone to TPIC, the best in sports entertainment.
All right, what's going on? What's going on, Tamia? How you feeling today?
I'm good. How about
Mr. Jackson, you know, over there with all black on, fresh baldy, everything. I mean, so what we got, Tamia? What we got today? What's on the agenda for us today?
Okay, so the first topic we're going to get into is have the Redskins close the gap on the Eagles?
You want to take this first, sir, or you want me to?
I don't think so. Absolutely not. The Redskins, they just got Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel is a great, wide receiver or running back or army switch knife, whatever you want to call him. But do I think they made the gap close on contending the Eagles for the NFC Championship or for even the division? No, absolutely not. That didn't happen yet. They need more people because I don't believe them. But what about you? Because you never know what you may think.
I mean, as of right now, the way that they're standing right now, in my opinion, as of right now, with the acquisition that the Commanders have made, and then the Eagles losing players, Eagles have lost a lot over the last few weeks. So as of right now, I think that the gap is not close where it's even, but the gap has been closed. Eagles have lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They lost Josh Sweat. They lost
Milton.
Yes, they lost a lot
Isaiah
of pieces.
Rodgers.
Yes, they lost a lot of pieces to free agency. Now, and the Commanders just Javon Kinlaw. You said they got Deebo Samuel. They signed Bobby Wagner back, signed back Zach Ertz. So they're keeping their core group in place. And now, if you look at the Eagles just lost their safety, who had eight interceptions. I mean, I'm sorry, 5 interceptions. Six interceptions this year. He had 6 interceptions this year. He's a ball hawk. He makes plays in outfield. You lose this type of player.
So you think that narrows the gap?
A little bit. I ain't saying that, because offensively the Eagles are more talented, I would say. They just won a Super Bowl. Right now, until they're dethroned, I would say that they're the best. But right now, you see the pieces and the moves the Commanders have made.
Yeah, I think the Eagles need to lose the whole entire offense for the Commanders to even be thinking about splitting the season with them. And I ain't talking about them sweeping the Eagles, but splitting. Yeah, no, the Eagles will be fine. The Eagles will be fine with what they have, and they're not done yet. Howie Roseman is a magician. He's sitting back in the wings. Free agency just started. We're not even 7 days into it yet. And we have a flurry of activity going on, especially with the Eagles losing some key pieces into the Super Bowl run that they made. But do I think that the Commanders have closed the gap? Absolutely not.
Not a little bit?
No.
Not a little bit at all?
No.
Okay.
You sitting here talking about not a little bit. You want to say it in Chinese now?
Well, listen.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We gonna get with you, the Commanders.
So how confident are we in Howie Roseman's decisions as a general manager?
So for me, Mr. Jackson just spoke on it, but for me, Howie Roseman, in my opinion, is the best GM in the league. I think that he's going to make the right play. He's going to make the right decisions right now. I know everyone is panicking. Even myself looking at it, hey, what's going on? Even when we broke the news about C.J. Gardner-Johnson leaving.
Yes, it was shocking.
You was banging your head on the desk.
Not banging it, but I was confused.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
It was like, but I have to rest assured that Howie Roseman is not tilting his hand. I have to. From prior scene, I have seen Howie work year after year after year, whether he acquired a player that didn't pan out to be what he was supposed to be, he still goes out and get it right. He hasn't even begun to do nothing yet but sign the intricate pieces as far as Saquon Barkley, King Vaughn. These are pieces that's intricate to this offense and defense. So he made sure he got them deals done. Okay, we lost a few pieces along the way. It ain't done yet.
But I'm saying this move that he made was one of the moves he made. He traded C.J. Gardner-Johnson for left guard Kenyon Green from the Texans. So basically, he's trying to bolt to that offensive line, make sure the offensive line is intact. That's Howie's game. Howie makes sure the defensive line and the offensive line is intact. So this shows that, hey, listen, I'll sacrifice Gardner-Johnson, who played fairly well, and I'll get a piece on the offensive line to keep some people in front of Saquon Barkley to get him, 2,000 yards this season. But what else is he going to do? What else can he do?
My thing is, he's not done yet. He hasn't did nothing yet.
This is one of his moves. He did. He signed King Vaughn.
I'm talking about as far as in you just re-signed them. That was expected.
That was with the.
This is not a move to me.
Okay.
by you retaining the people that was already on your side in your camp. That's not a move to me.
Really?
That's a must. He went and did the must. Now, let me see. I want to see him work. I want to see the rest of his body of work because it's a void now, especially with C.J. Gardner-Johnson exiting and going to another team. It's a void to fill. You got young Milton. You got him back there next to them hogs and all that. Man, that's a piece.
For me, I want to speak about C.J. Gardner-Johnson. For me, he was starting to kind of really fit in Philly, man.
Yes.
I mean,
and this is the second time they did that to him.
Yeah, man. I know he got to be, bittersweet, man. I won a Super Bowl. I went to Super Bowl, lost, left, went to Detroit, came back, won the Super Bowl,
and got cut again.
And then you guys just not cut. He got traded again. And I feel like he was like, like I said, I feel like he was like becoming a part of Philadelphia. You see him out, you see him at the Sixers games, you see him down there just interacting with the fans and the people, and now he's out of here. He's hanging with people from Philadelphia, notable stars, notable names in the city, and then now he's gone. So I mean, we'll see what happens. And he was an intricate piece, and that's when a Super Bowl got to admit making big plays. I know you said you spoke about him having the ability. You want to ask him a question like, how does it feel to what?
Yes. How does it feel to run into a grown man full steam ahead and just put it all out there on the line? This is what I want to know what it feels like.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens in regards to that.
And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
MegaCare LLC, giving you an abundance of what you need. Do you know that MegaCare LLC has been top rated in home care since 2020? If you have a loved one, a neighbor, a friend who needs home care, if you're looking for top pay, 401k, benefits, health, call now, 215-644-8341. That's 215-644-8341.
Welcome back to TBISC. Our next topic we have for you guys is J.J. Redick rips it to the Lakers as they lost against the Brooklyn Nets 111-108. What are your thoughts?
For me, looking at this, the Lakers had just lost 2 in a row. They lost to the Boston Celtics. LeBron went out. Luka Doncic, his back was killing him. He was hobbling up and down the court. Rui's out, and then they have their center out, Hayes is out, and then they go and play the Brooklyn Nets and then they lose. J.J. Redick, I think he's trying to send a message to the team like, hey, there's no excuses, even though we're undermanned, even though we're, without our LeBron James and Rui, as I mentioned, we have to still play. We should beat these teams like the Brooklyn Nets. Not saying no shade to the Brooklyn Nets, but the Lakers are a far better team. And with Luka Doncic out there and Austin Reeves, J.J. Redick feels like his team should have won this game. He felt like the team should have played a better effort. I know he spoke about the communication issue, saying there wasn't very much communication. It's probably their worst communication game of the season. But he wants his team to win. He's trying to send a message to them to get them going. What's your thoughts, Mr. Jackson, in regards to that?
J.J. Redick he's right in some point, but if they got LeBron and them is not trash. LeBron and them is very good at what they do. Now you got to attack why they lost, not because they lost. This is what I would think anyway. Now, is he emotionally distracted behind it? Probably so. I would say that he is. But for him to just outright, why was it that they lost? Was it because of a lack of defense? Was it because of a lack of effort? Like, pinpoint, identify why they lost and attack that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't just bash out. Because you got to see what was the problem of that loss.
Well, he said it. I mean, he said it, and he said it in his post-game conference. He said the communication was off, and he basically was saying that he didn't feel like they were playing up to their their caliber.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. So he's
because
like,
they're second in the West, right?
Yeah, second in the West. Well, maybe third now because Denver won last night. But even with that, what I'm saying is he feels like his team should have won that game. You can't lose to the Brooklyn Nets. No disrespect, but come on, man.
It's an NBA team, Peak. It's any night. It's any night. You have an off night. You have a night to where as though, like you said, the communication wasn't there. It's just an off night. You play that game 100 more times than what's the results.
I mean, but it's not going to happen. We're talking about what happened last night. So I think he's just trying to send a message to his team now. I'm not saying.
He's definitely sending a message to his team, but is it the wrong message? That's the question.
No, it's the right
You don't think
message.
so?
It's the right message. I said I'll be ready to cuss you out time we up
Right.
here. You know what I mean?
You're right.
And then we have a conversation. And then you get on.
But the message got sent.
Yeah, it got sent.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. So therefore you say that Mr. Kidd had to do that.
JJ Redick.
I mean, excuse me, J.D. Redick had to do that.
Yes, he had to do it. He had. I believe in. You know.
So do you think this motivates? Do you think this will show in the next performance?
Yeah, it's like
that the tongue lashing that they got was accepted?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a head coach, and,
Okay.
I believe that he has the reins of his team. I believe that the team believes in him as a head coach. I believe that the team believes in his abilities to coach them up to win possibly a championship.
Right.
So when you have the players believing in what you're doing, it's easy for you to say stuff to them like, yo, what you doing? Like, you got to get this together, or I'm not feeling this, I'm not feeling that. So that the players, they sometimes respond, and I believe they will respond in the next game. They have a tough schedule ahead, but I believe they're going to respond.